How's it going, everyone? Today it is February 16th, 2024, and this is the video for today. So, I'm going to quickly start with our long-term market bias. On SPY, you can see that we are still in a bullish uptrend. Nothing has majorly changed on a longer-term fundamental basis or a longer-term technical basis. For a shorter term basis, we had the PPI report come out this morning, hotter than expected, and we didn't expect a big downside or upside surprise from the PPI, given that the CPI was already released on the 13th. So we knew that the PPI number would not spark a huge move. These numbers tend to go with each other. If CPI is hot, PPI will also be hot. We're still in this upward bullish channel, and you can see we opened the day on a flat day. So let's first look at the PPI reaction. You can see here we have a red candle on 8:30, recovered back maybe half of the gains, and then when the market opened, we saw another leg of selling. So we had a flat open to start the day, which wasn't too bad. We then had a long red candle here, which is spooky, right? Spooky candle here, what's going to happen? And then this was the key tail for the day. Market tested this prior day low. It held that level right here to a T, and then we started to march up higher, tested this 500 resistance level here, broke through it, got back above this key red bar, held the gains, and then we started to launch upwards. So my bias coming into this was I saw this pop around here. That's when I started watching the market, and I knew that the prior days we'd have this early bid check, and then we have a nice rally for the rest of the day, right? Early bid check, rally for the rest of the day. And you notice that this bid check is happening in a shorter and shorter time frame, and the rallies are getting more aggressive, right? So this bid check lasted for the first hour and 30 minutes, and then we had a nice rally for most of the day. This bid check lasted from 10:25 all the way over to 2:20, so it took a couple hours, 3-4 hours, and then we finally got a decent rally after that. This one here was fast and violent because of the CPI number, but we had a strong counter move up on steady, heavy buying, right? Volume is picking up and was rising a little bit here, and we're challenging now the prior day high. So I am, on an intraday basis, I would say I am 1 to 2 bullish. I like the early bid check that we found support, and I like the strong move off of support with nice steady buying here to challenge the high of the day. I believe if we hold this level here for a couple of bars, if you don't give up too much ground, we can make a new high of the day, and we would be able to tread much higher. So slightly bullish here on the market, jumping into it, and I'd like to see and get some good entries on some strong stocks like Lilly. So Lilly came up on my radar very early this morning. You can see we had a strong earnings reaction, sold off initially, and then it held some of the gains here, broke about this level on the 14th, and now it has been climbing higher. Today, Lilly gapped up here when the market was flat. It held the gains, and it started to inch higher as soon as the market found support. It contained all the damage very, very early in the morning. So with Lilly, there was the first entry point, which I just missed because I didn't have as much conviction in the trade as I would have liked. But on this 1035 bar here that held around 1040, you can see that Lilly at 1035, let's look at our prediction engine here. This Lilly 1035, 1040, here's the market, right? Lilly's making a new high of the day, market's moving up higher. So I'd take a starter position here if I would. It goes up higher, 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 while the market's still holding its gains here. And the market starts to take off, and then Lilly starts to stall here a little bit at 11:15. So first place I could exit here if I wanted to be more conservative was this bearish hammer. It caught up a little bit. We held, and then we had a nice launch higher. So let's match time for time here, 11:15, 11:20. We're now approaching the high of the day. Lily has a nice bearish engulfing candle. So if you're day trading, you got to be out on this candle. You can't let this candle be let the damage kind of go out too much. Now we could hold it. We could hold a line here. So I'm watching personally for a pullback on this stock. So if this is the solo bar, and we kind of quickly engulf it, then I would be interested in getting back long on Lily. So I'm going to place my alert right here. If we're able to get past through that level, then I have a nice stopping point and a good entry in a high probability trade. So Lily was a great one this morning in the AM. There's some couple of other ones here, but I just wanted to highlight really an A plus D1 chart and an A plus M5 chart. So if you had the entry and your market prediction was right, then you could have made some really nice money on this trade in the morning. All right, so let's look at our positions from the last video. So first one I want to talk about here is MU. So we're holding it. Today it finally dropped with the market this morning. Market gave us a little bit of weakness, and MU started to sell off. So remember that video here, I said we want half ATR move. So if we get something at 81.50, if we get like a 80-20 sort of move, which we did hit here, we actually got lower than 79. So we were able to get that fill in this morning while the market's moving down. So ended up working out in our favor. Market had to give us just 1 day of pause, and MU cratered. So that is a win in our book. Take it off the books. Second one here is APO. APO hit around our target today, 115 this morning. So we were able to take profits on that trade. I think it still has some leg room on here, but that was our trade thesis. It may still go up, it might still not go up, but we able to get some nice profits on this stock here. Our other picks, let's look at Confluence. So Confluence today, a little bit of pause. 8 EMA catching up a little bit. Had to test that support level early this morning. You can see there a nice rally off the support level. And I'm going to set an alert here on our high. So we get a new high of the day on Confluence. I'll know about it. And our target here, I believe, when we took the trade, 33.89, so probably around the $35 mark. Maybe 35.50, so still has a little bit of room to go, but one nice day of gains, and we will be off into the races. It looks like we had a massive volume spike here at 11:35 on SPY, which is interesting. They're kind of interesting to note. Sometimes not telling. It really just tells that there was a giant buy order over here in the market. So Confluence is still doing quite well. Crowd, it did take some heat yesterday. It wasn't super great yesterday. You can see Lily's now moving up as well. Wasn't super great yesterday, but we are still holding this channel over here. 1OP is drawing a pretty far trend line from over there, so we'll see if that will give some resistance or not. On the M5 here, Crowd is moving about its range, so when I'm monitoring my swing trades, I usually set alerts at the top and bottom end of the ranges, so when it breaks out of the range, I will know about it. JPM. So JPM, really nice day of gains yesterday. It looks like you need some time to digest it. It's not moving up at the market. That is very, very strong. I still like the stock overall. I think it's just pulled back, and I think it has to work off some supply that it gained yesterday. So I'm still fine with JPM. Again, I have alerts set at the range, so once it works off some of the supply, buyers get a little more aggressive, we will resume the normal trend. Ally continues to be a thorn in our side, testing our patience. Right now, it has come back down to the AVWAP-E. So with Ally, I would like to see it either break its high or know if it breaks its low, if it escapes this range here. So, a couple picks that we like in this video. First one that I'll point out over here, BSX. This is a nice steady grinder higher. It has a little bit of lift off, strong earnings reaction, and just look at the price action on the stock recently, all the way from November. Just steady, steady, steady buying up. Doesn't get too ahead of itself. Follows this 8 EMA, beautiful slope. So I like the stock a lot. When it gets a little bit extended, you can see it pulls back to its 8 EMA, and then it starts to take off. So BSX is one I really like. Lilly is one I like a lot as well. Just be careful with Lilly. You can see how it never really closes by its high of the day often. There's some tails here, so I know that in the first move, the high of the day may be in, most likely. And I want to get it on a nice pullback here, but this is a nice breakout. If you got it here on the 14th, that was a really nice area. You can see what the market did on the 14th. Right, we had 1 day of higher gains, so when the market started to go higher, had a day of digesting, and then we got the release here. So you were able to get a pretty nice 1.5 ATR move on a stock like this. DG, really nice chart here. So strong move today. Looks like it had some selling to work off, and now it's coming back to test that high of the day. Now, it looks like it hasn't quite gotten through it, and a couple things here with this stock. First, we broke through some resistance here. We are in the gap, and you notice that every time it's trying to get into the gap, DG has been smacked down hard. So we really want to make sure that this gap move continues. We also have the 200 SMA coming up over here. So if you were to take DG, it's not a bad stock, although it's lost some relative strength here. You may have to work off some of this early supply, but if it does break through its high of the day, I think it does set up for a pretty nice day trade to the 200-day SMA. A couple ones to set some alerts on. If you look at Walmart, first of all, beautiful M5 chart. It is stacking green candles on heavy volume. Ideal M5 chart. You can see it's breaking out of this compression, and it's testing this high plus trend line from way back. So I'm pretty wary right now. I just want to make sure that this level holds, but I'm going to set a price alert. So if Walmart is greater than $72, I know it's made a pretty nice move through that high plus trend line. So we're going to add it to our list. I can just quickly flip through some of these stocks here. GEO, ALPN. ALPN's not bad. Nice steady action today. Moving up higher, a little bit of liquid. ENTG has made a pretty strong move recently, so you see it makes a big move, compresses, and then pulls back. So you could probably day trade it, but I wouldn't be swinging it. Option healthcare has to get through that. Walmart we already looked at. Let's look at SWTX. This is not a bad stock. A little bit of day gains, breaks out over here. Oh, that's a big, looks like a bullish explosion here. Also not the most liquid, so there's some stuff there. It's tough to say. There's a lot of stocks that are making big moves here. A lot of stocks that have posted earnings. DKNG. Nice strong earnings reaction here, filling in the gap. Toast had a strong earnings reaction. Moving up higher. I think if I had to pick one though, it would be BSX. I like the consistency of the price action. I think Lilly is just a little bit ahead of itself right now. You may have to take some time to digest some of the gains. I don't like chasing it, so I'd wait for a pullback, maybe an H1 or M30 pullback on Lilly. But BSX I like a lot. You can see just steady move higher. Nothing too much out of the gate here. So that is my pick for today. We're going to add it to the list of picks. and we will evaluate all of these picks on Monday.